Hey, what is going on, Aquarius? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your October read for the month of October. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I have a little bit of a sniffle. We're going to get through it. I just want to warn you that it may happen. It's that time of year. I'm in Eastern Canada, and it's still warm during the day, but at night it drops. So it gets cold, and my heaters go on. As you can hear in the background, I'm trying to speak over my heater actually. In my garage office. But anyway, I'm gonna pull an oracle card from the Classic Horror Oracle. I just got this the other day. Absolutely loving it. It's still pretty new to me, so I'm gonna have to read from the book probably. But it's actually really cool. I really enjoy it, so I hope you like it too. Universe, give us a card for Aquarius. Wonder of the world. You want to guess? Most of them are pretty easy to guess. There's a few of them that I don't think I've even seen as horror movies. I've seen a lot of horror movies, but I did pretty good in my testing myself in the first reading of this. But anyway, I digress. King Kong. I'm going to show you the greatest thing your eyes have ever beheld. Focus on what makes you special. Everyone has unique qualities, and you do too. Proclaim your individuality. Shout it from the rooftops. Show the world what only you can do. While attracting attention may lead to misunderstandings and others trying to take you down, bravery can bring administration and even spark wonder. Admiration, administration. I swear to God, I'm not stupid. I swear. Upright, fortune favors the bold. I'm terrible at reading out loud. Terrible at it. I've always been in school, like, I don't mind speaking. It's not that, it's just my brain works faster than my mouth, I guess. My cadence is way off when I'm reading, but anyway. I'm bullshitting long enough, let's get to the reading. Let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Aquarius for October 2025? Okay. I'm using the Runic Tarot, if anybody cares. Sorry if that came out that way. I just know some people care, but not everybody does, so anyway. Overall energy we're getting is a hangman, seeing things differently. Different perspective. I feel like there is this energy coming toward you, and I do feel like it's a new energy. I don't feel like you even know this person, to be honest with you, because I just feel like this completely new energy coming in, and I feel like that's kind of where we're at with the, like I said, with the Hangman. I see this new energy coming in with this person. It's a very direct energy. And I feel like that's one thing right off the rip you're going to just dig about this person. They just say what they want. You know, I feel like this person just goes after what they want. And they say what they want. They go after what they want. With that King of Wands, that Leo energy, I feel like there's very confident, very powerful energy with this person. But they also have the King of Swords, so I feel like very intelligent as well, very articulate. So for some of you, you're looking at someone that I feel like is not only going to be very attractive to you, but I feel like they're going to stimulate your mind as well. You know, kind of two birds with one stone. If I can. I don't know why I can't talk today. Nine of Swords in reverse. So I feel like with this person, another thing too as well is not only the confidence. I just feel like there's this fearlessness in this person. Like I feel like they're a bit different, and I feel like they own that shit. You know what I mean? You know, like in everyday life, there's people out there that are different, and then there's people out there that are just different. You know, they're unique. You know, and they own that shit. You know, I feel like everybody should own that shit. You know what I mean? If you're different, be different. Because being the same is boring. In my opinion. Now, I feel a very flirtatious, very physical, a lot of physical energy with you and this person. You know, for some of you, it's a lot of physical chemistry, like just feeling them. For others, this may be something that starts out casual. You know, we have the Knight of Wands at Sagittarius, and we've got the Queen of Wands, Aries energy. A lot of fire here. Shit's burning red hot. And that's the thing that I really want to point out here is what I like about this is it's passionate. It's intense. But somewhere in there, like I said, and this is where I feel like the Hangman's seeing things in a different perspective, somewhere in there it just feels right. Like you can trust this person. Even though, like I said, it is new. I have the Tower, and I'm getting a different vibe from the Tower than I usually do. The Tower here is almost like breaking all the old shit down and we can build new. You know, everything must go. It's a fire sale. Like there's so many big things happening, and this person is just the spark. And we have the Three of Wands in reverse, so I don't feel like I said, you're not going to see this person coming. They're not making their arrival, you know, they're not telling you the ETA. They're just showing up. And they come out of nowhere. And like I said, I feel like it changes so many things. It's the way they treat you. It's the way they look at you. It's the way they are with you. It's the way they make you feel by just the way they look at you. You know, this is bigger than just a crush or a physical connection. This is so much bigger than that. With the Empress, this person sees you. They're looking right at you and they see you. You know, I feel like a lot of this really passionate energy from this person, I feel like you started something in them. And I feel like they started something in you. And that's what I mean, like, with the Tower, is like everything before that first meeting is up for grabs. We can get rid of it all. But it's like having your cake and eating it too. You know, breaking free. With the Devil in reverse, I feel like this is not just a physical a connection. This goes much deeper than that. Like I said with the Ace of Cups, I'm feeling love here. And breaking free. And I feel like this person breaks you free. And for some of you, this may resonate more than others, but I'm feeling more of a liberation. Being your true self. These cards I love them. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but we're going to keep going with this because, we're on a roll and we're going to keep going. We have the Page of Cups and we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is communicating, being able to communicate. What I see here is being able to communicate fantasies. Dreams, fantasies, goals, sharing that with one another. And like I said, I'm not trying to screw this around, but I'm getting a lot of intense vibes. Like, just not only talking, but physically acting some of these fantasies out. And you can take that in a disgusting way if you want. You can take it any way you want. That's how I heard it. That's how I got it. But not only that, but I just feel like fully embracing uniqueness is what I'm getting from this. Seeing things in a different perspective with the Hangman where we started. I see a celebration coming up for the two of you. In the future. We have the Three of Cups. I'm feeling celebration. And it just keeps getting deeper. So we had the Three of Cups, and getting celebration from that, getting, some sort of get together. So bringing yourselves together and really digging deeper into this connection. And it keeps getting deeper. And the more we dig, the more we find, but we keep digging because we haven't found it all yet. And like I said, I do feel like I'm getting a celebration, whether it be a party or a party you guys both attend, or for some other people, it may be a party that's thrown for the both of you. Because it is a future energy. I'm getting it is off in the distance. We're looking in the next couple of months for that. I know we're talking about October here, but when I get it, I say it. I just feel like a lot of really cool energy here. Some new, fresh eyes, seeing things in a different perspective. And kicking into it. I'll get into that in a minute. With this reading, we have Libra, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, like I said, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Some Capricorn. And some Cancer vibes as well. Cancer, Scorpio. That's what I got for you. For those who like to hang out for the stories. So a friend of mine, he was dating two girls. And one girl, he always used to brag about her. Like, she was sexually promiscuous. We'll call it that without making it sound too dirty. And he liked that. But he had this other girl, and she was more wife material, we'll call it. You know what I mean? Like, she was ready to settle down. The other one was like just adventurous, and she had other guys on the side as well. But this one, he said that, like, she didn't get him. She made him feel very boring, especially when it came to the bedroom. Like, she wanted to settle down, and they had he said she was great in so many ways. It's almost like, but he said, it's like I needed these two people to make one whole person. And I think a lot of people resonate with that. But until you find, like, one day you're going to find that person that has the whole package, or at least can expand to be the whole package. You know, and I remember him telling me he just couldn't decide. Like the first one we talked about, the promiscuous one, she had other guys on the side. You know, she knew the deal. And they both knew the deal. But she was okay with it. That was just, she was having fun. She liked to have fun with him. And the other girl, she didn't like it. She was, you know, gave him an ultimatum that ultimately ended the relationship. But it made me think of that. I was thinking of that during this read. Because you know, sometimes we get people that we're physically and incredibly physically attracted to. And then some people come into our lives that our relationship is built on a mental, you know, in a cerebral capacity. Like, we just understand each other. We low-key, you know, sarcasm, little jokes, all that shit. You know, I mean, even to the point where you're picking up, you know, codes with just eye movement. I say that because I used to have a friend, Michelle, in high school, and I could tell her things with just my eyes, and she could tell me things. Like, I knew that meant let's go, let's get out of here. But she was my best friend for a long time until she announced her feelings for me, and I didn't feel the same way, and that really screwed our friendship up. But anyway, I digress again. But for her, I never had that. I never had that physical attachment. And like I said, I feel like all through life we meet people that have little pieces of what we want. You know, some people have more pieces, some people have less pieces. I feel like the right person's gonna have all the pieces, and if they don't, they can acquire the pieces they're missing. Some people just can't acquire those pieces. You know what I mean? And I know it's bigger than just, like I said, wife material and sex life. I mean, it's so much bigger than that. To give examples and not to be here for 25 minutes explaining it, that's what I go with. So I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way. Last thing I do is mean offense to anyone. But, you know, like I said, sometimes we have relationships like that where we meet someone that has all these good qualities, and that's kind of like where we kind of get stuck sometimes. Sometimes we stay in those relationships even longer because we're holding on to those qualities. But some people are just not capable of, you know, getting there. I always think of it like me and my buddy were talking the other day, and I was thinking about how it was like a company. You're the president, you're the CEO of your company. Sometimes you'll have workers that come in and they're really good at this particular job, but they can never be the vice president. You know, they can never be on the chair. They can never be, you know. And then there's some people, well, they come in and they're like, oh, maybe they could do it, but we don't know. And then they fall short or they succeed. But then there's some people that maybe sometimes we want to hire from outside the company because this person comes along and they're just the perfect fit for the job. And that's the thing. That's the way the world works. You know, some people were made to work in the mailroom. We need people to do the mail. You know, and I'm saying this in the terms of this is your company. You know, your life is your business. You know, that guy that barely ever shows up, and when he does show up, sometimes he falls asleep. Do you really want that person running your company? Probably not. But when he is awake, he can pack a lot of boxes and send a lot of mail. Anyway, might have got off target there a little bit. Be good. Take care. Stay safe. Love you.